Hello, this is Chertsey Lover. This is day 14 of my 30-day video challenge where I speak on a topic I've chosen moments before hitting record. And today, I'm in Gloucester, in Gloucestershire, in the east of England. It's like near Cheltenham Spa, it's near Bristol, it's also kind of near Hereford. But fun fact, because I lived near Hereford at some point, if you want to drive from Hereford to Gloucester, it's like 40 minutes. If you want to get there by train, you have to go to Wales. In fact, let me open up an extra tab just to show this. Okay, you have to go to Wales in Newport, and then get another train into Gloucester. Look at this. Okay, just real quick. Do you want to load? Thank you. Hello. Okay, yeah. So Hereford is here. Gloucester is here. You have to go here and then here. You can actually get coach between them, but a lot of the time train is better. Train is more convenient, has more times. You know, you might not be able to fit in. I can't actually remember which was cheaper, because most of the time, like, I went to Gloucester once for an interview. At that point I decided to take train. I don't know if I didn't think of the coach. Maybe it wasn't convenient timing. I don't remember. And then the other times I was going London to Hereford, and some of them passed through Gloucester. Or I think like they had either they pass through Gloucester or they go Gloucester to Cheltenham Spa and have to get off at Cheltenham Spa and switch again. So I've had a little few minute wander around Cheltenham Spa. That place is nice. Maybe that's a place I'd want to live one day, because that's like Leamington Spa, which I liked, and I don't really want to go to Leamington Spa because I don't want to go back on myself. But anyway, so let's just go wander around here. So yeah, the time I went here though, I had an interview for a job. I was trying to get my shit together. I had this interview. I thought it went so well. I got along with the people. They were nice to me, and then I get the call the next day, and they're like, "Yeah, they didn't think you had enough leadership skills. You can apply again in 6 months if you want." And I was just like, "What the hell?" I had no idea I'd prepared. I mean, looking back, I do think it was a bad interview. I do think it sucks as well that they were nice to me, even though they just didn't like me. But they didn't have to be. I kind of get the feeling that the person who was interviewing me may have been newer interviewing. Like, there was two guys, one of them more experienced, and one of them, like the main guy interviewing me, was a bit newer. So I think it's kind of like, well, one, he's being nice because it's more comfortable to be nice, and two, he's going through the interview like normal because he's practicing. He's practicing interviewing. So his focus isn't going to be like making it clear if it's good or bad. His focus is being good at interviewing. And they did ask me some hard questions that I kind of just screwed up on. Like, I think, looking back, I didn't really understand the job role. I just thought I just thought I'd say, oh, you know, work hard and team working, but it's kind of a sales job. I didn't even know about that back then. But yeah, it was a shame. But, you know, such is life. You got to move on and just keep going. And now things are a bit better. I'd still like to be moving up in the world and have some more hope with that. But the reality of the situation is, whatever job I was going to get, that wasn't going to be like the be all and end all. There's still a lot more life effort I've got to put into to fix all of my problems. So anyway, I work full time. I do extra jobs anyway, so all's good. I just made £2 on eBay. Yeah, obviously that's not the main point, but I made £2 on eBay today. I sold some like little card game I had spare. I had that up on eBay for ages. No one was buying it for £4, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna relist it. I was gonna list it for £3.50, and I was like, you know what, no, just list it for £2. Screw it. And then it got bought straight away. So yeah, sometimes you have to settle for less. Anyway. What was my topic today? My topic today is urban planning. I went on this website. I think it was TEDx. Yeah, it was TEDx. And I was like, okay, you got to stop reading through every single topic going, no, just pick one. So I go on a random letter, random letter generator, because the website just had a bunch of topics listed by letter. Gives me the letter U. Then I go, okay, don't look at it yet, because I was going to go like random number generator, pick it that way. But I go, don't look at it next, because you might start reading them and start getting all biased and going, no, I can't do U. So I do random number generator 1 to 30, just to make sure I'm not doing too little numbers. Because if I go over, I'm like, I can just go round and back. So then I do random number generator 1 to 30. There was 4 numbers. So I got 18, and I just go back 4 times, whatever 4 times 4 is, whatever. Get urban planning. I don't know anything about urban planning. I've never planned developments. I don't know how you decide that this part of Gloucester needs to have just pavement and we shouldn't have cars. Can you get cars? I mean, this is a road. You definitely can have cars, but you probably look down upon. Yeah, I don't know about this design. Yeah, look, designing roads so that it's looked down upon if you're driving there for no reason. Yeah, you look bad. You look bad. People are judging you for being here because of how they made this road. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But I could say about what types of places I like. I think I would like Gloucester because I've never had the chance to live in what I think I like. But what I think I would like is a small city where maybe I probably wouldn't want to live in the city centre, but kind of outskirts, but not too far out. Whereas the part of the city you're living in is its own area, its own town. You never need to leave that area. Assuming you work in that area, but you might not. But you never need to leave that area. But you've got the main city if you want to go there. It's within walking distance. It's not too big, but it's got everything you need. It's got all the fun stuff. It's got all the shops. You got your Aldi. You probably got your Asda. You got a Lidl. You got your Tesco and Sainsbury's as well. There's parks. There's things to walk around. Because I find what I found as well is I've lived in a lot of small towns where you just about got your shops. Eggham's got an Aldi open recently and a Pound Stretcher open recently, so now it has become an affordable place to live. I don't know why it's so funny. Oh, Southgate. Anyway, so but it's just not really that much walking to do. If it's quite quick to just go to just have walked everywhere more or less. All I've got left is to walking places that will make people suspicious as to why they're strangers coming around their areas. Although I have recently found that Englefield Green is a lot busier than I thought, but I'm sure I'll give it a few times walking there and I've found it all, because it's just a small town. So I kind of like that. I feel like the more there is to see, the more likely I'm gonna want to go outside and just see. Look, there's all this park here. I like being in green space as well, and some of the small towns, the green space is just tiny, or just be you have to go into the forest, which not everywhere even has the forest, but the forest has its own problems. You're just getting your shoes dirty. What if I just want to be in nature without getting my shoes dirty? That's why we have parks. But yeah, and then the cities that are too big, I don't know, I'm warming up to London, but I don't know. London has its own way of doing things as well, where you go to these really busy places and people will be sitting everywhere. They will be making the most. You won't. I don't know. I feel like in small towns you're not seeing people sitting on the grass as much. When London, in the summer they'll do that. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. Well, so I don't know. What's your favourite urban blueprint? I want to say more. I've not got much more to say. Oh no. Maybe something that's interesting is a lot of places in the UK are just, everything's kind of feels like they're randomly put around. No, I don't want to say that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, a fun thing, right? Leominster, which is near Hereford, in Herefordshire. This is a really small town. Everything's in one place, and they have a bunch of alleyways, which means that it makes everything so much easier to go through. You can just walk through one side of a town to the other through all these alleyways. You don't have to walk up and down all the roads. But it's a small town anyway. It's not really it's long to go around things. I did like that. That had everything in one place. I didn't like that it was so small and in the middle of nowhere. You literally, if you walk 15-20 minutes in any direction, you get to you just run out of pavement. You just get to a bunch of 50 mile. Why am I stuck? You get to a bunch of 50 mile per hour roads and you cannot go anywhere. You just have to. You just have to go. I'm gonna risk my life to go somewhere. So that kind of sucked. But in the actual town itself, as co-op, as Aldi, the Aldi was always really busy. But in the main town, if you want to go a bit further out, we got Morrison's as well. So they're all cheap shops. We got a Spar, which is quite nice. It was actually like looked after well, because sometimes Spar shops are like, they're not strict on their franchisee people. So some of them don't look that nice. But the one in Leominster was nice. I don't know what else they have that a place needs. I mean, it has pubs if you want there. I'm sure. I bet maybe one day I will do my research, but I bet if you look at small towns compared to like bigger towns, or maybe cities, there's probably like more pubs per person, more pubs per square meter. That town had so many pubs for like being a town of 10k people. Like what? You live in like places in North London where it's like probably 100k per place or whatever. You get in like a few pubs. Like my main high street back in I'm stuck again. Back in North London, had what, like 2 pubs on the high street, and 2 pubs on the high street, one just off the high street, and then they have like a mini high street a little bit further down, but you're not really you're making effort if you're walking there, and making effort without some drinks at a pub in the meanwhile to get there. I'm stuck again. Fuck this city. And okay, you got like another. I think it was just one pub there. Yeah, so there's one pub on the second high street. Like, there just wasn't many. You got like the mini roundabout high street type thing for the down part of the bottom of the hill of the town. That's got one pub. And then you go to Leominster. It's not really a high street, but I'll say like the main town area has a Weatherspoons. It has a pub just off. You got a pub. I mean, you got like multiple pubs in the high street. I lived on top of a pub. There was a hotel. One day I'll do a video there and I'll show it. There was a hotel. So I was living above a pub. Next to it, there's a hotel that also functions as a pub. Like, there was just each road. It's hard to explain. There's like multiple roads that are like this main town area, and they're very close to each other. But there was probably like 8 towns in just this small town. 8 pubs in this small town area. Then you got like 2 or 3 pubs just walking from this main town area to the train station, which is like 10-15 minute walk. And it was insane. I think if you walk in one direction towards where there's a leisure centre, I think there's another pub or 2 that way. Maybe just one. Like, there's so many. But anyway, the point I'm making, I just think smaller towns tend to have more pubs. I guess people aren't so stressed about working hard, so what else are you going to do? Go to a pub at the end of the day and be drunk. They weren't really that like loud or anything. You didn't get any trouble from them. The most was like I'd go outside, because I sometimes use the bins outside. Like, I just throw my recycling outside instead of keeping it inside. And there'd be people hanging outside the pub, and I bet if you were rude to them for no reason, like, they'd probably go off. But other than that, they just did their own thing. They're just having what drunk people like to do, where they have all their political and deep gossip discussions and whatever. Standing outside whilst they're smoking a ciggy. Like, the only day it was loud was I was there when was it the World Cup? I think the Euros in 2022. Yeah, Euros. People are hyping for the England match, and then they weren't hype after England lost. Yeah. You know what? Leominster had charity shops. You could buy your clothes. Had the pharmacies. You can get your drugs. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it had proper clothes shops. I can't remember. It had butchers. Egham and Staines don't have butchers. Actually, no. Englefield Green is a butchers, but it's out the way for me. I'm surprised Staines doesn't have a butchers. That's a shame. Well, yeah, it is what you need. Anyway, I've rambled on so much. That pub thing really went on for too long. Oh my god, it's gonna go over 50 minutes. Bye. Have a go.